So I'm pretty much just trying this out, going down the Walk of Fame with broadcasting, and see if it's a big deal or if it's an issue. Because one thing I've seen is that there are a lot of people that live streaming stuff and be recording. You know, they record on the walk, but it's a rather common thing for people to be disruptive, right? When they're broadcasting or when they're recording videos, they seem to be disruptive. It's a pretty typical thing. So I have to admit that that's been a hurdle for me personally. What do you call it? Because, you know, it's no different. It's no different than having lived on the street. I'll tell you what, I was charging my phone this morning and I had to charge somewhere that was like a little, you know, off the beaten path. And some guy comes up and he's wanting to charge his phone and there's only one plug. And, you know, me looking like a sap, he's like, oh, you know, this and this and that, can I use it? And I said, I'll tell you what, I'll split the charger with you as long as you're not going to be doing drugs. Because that's what happens is you try to be charging your phone somewhere and then people, like, you'll have a guy come up and he'll sit right next to you, throw trash on the ground and start smoking meth, like just right then and there. And, you know, it makes it pretty hard. And when there's only 3 or 4 different places that I could be charging my phone, it becomes a problem. So I straight up said to him, I said, look, here's the deal. I'm charging my phone. You got a dual charger. I'll split it with you. If you start doing drugs, I'm calling the cops. How's that sound? He's like, yeah, not a problem. I said, all right, cool. So that's what we did, and it worked out. And I think I'm just going to run with that from now on. I don't like being a cop caller. I'm cool with the cops. But when it comes down to it, I can't be letting these people get in my way anymore. You know, you guys saw how long I spent struggling. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not a violent person. I'm not going to hurt anyone. So the most I could do is call the cops. So as of right now, things are fine. It's just here and there where I have to sit down or charge up or whatnot. Every now and again, you get somebody who's trying to get something out of you. And I just can't stand for it. And you'll see people who will, you know, they'll be like, telling you how to do it, right? They'll be trying to tell me, oh, well, you're a jerk, or how dare you, or this or that. You know what? Put yourself in the position. You'll do the same thing. You probably do worse, to tell the God's honest truth. So I don't have much, much of a negative conscience on it.
Thank you.
And you'll also have people telling you, well, this one's going to beat you up, that one's going to hurt you. You better not this, better not that. I'll tell you what, 90% of the time, it's people that are fronting or, that are trying to make it look like they're tough. I'd say in almost a year, like if you go 12 months, I'd say I've only seen 2 or 3 people in a 12-month time frame in the Hollywood area, within the circles of people that are, struggling here and there, actually have a mark on their body to show that they've been in a fight or something. And I've never once seen anyone get assaulted or deal with anything like that. So if you're ever in the area and someone's like threatening you or this or that, I tell you most of the time they're just bluffing, and they're really not going to hurt you. A lot of the people, they're carrying some form of self-defense, which is good, just on the off chance. But it is far more rare than you might think it is. It's just like in the Hollywood area, if you want trouble, you have to be looking for it or you won't find it. I know it's like pretty early for everybody, but it's when I was feeling it, so I came on. I figure I'll do one walk around the walk, if that makes any sense to you. One walk around the block, and then we can call it a day on the live stream, and then probably go get something to eat. Kim, thanks for the follow. Oh, by the way, if you are walking around town and you decide that you want to be a good Samaritan and, let me put it this way. If you want to, actually, before I go any further, let me touch on this. I don't know if any of my loyals are in here right now or not, if we're just, because I kind of did this off the cuff, how many of you are in here, but I need somebody who could record the live streams and send them to me, because right now I can't do a screen record on this phone and save it and all that. But what I want to do is save the live streams and then cut them into short videos so that I could be posted on YouTube and stuff without having to do more content. If I have to wait, I have to wait. But the thing is, if I have to wait, then you have to wait. So if there's anybody that wants to edit my videos, hit me up and we can go from there. Or if there's anybody that could just record the live stream and then send it to me, I'd appreciate that too. So where was I? Katrina, welcome to the broadcast. When it comes to the homeless in the Hollywood area, if you got a problem with somebody, if you got an issue, last night. I was woken up twice last night. Once I was woken up to someone trying to force somebody into a van, and a whole bunch of us actually had to work together and make sure nothing happened, which was absolutely wild. Never happens. That never happens. And then second was I was woken up by, there was a homeless man on the side of the street, and there was a man walking by, and he offered him some food, which was really nice. There was another guy walking by who started heckling him and giving him a problem for trying to give a homeless guy food. I kid you not, went out of his way to be trying to tell the guy not to give him food. What's my stance on it? The fact of the matter is we have to get most of the people that are on the street here in the Hollywood area off the street. There is temporary housing available. And the problem is you have these people that are coming around and trying to get these people incarcerated and get them in trouble when they're people that wouldn't be doing what they're doing if they weren't on the street to begin with. And I'm telling you, there's people who have an opinion. I'm out here living it. So, don't tell me I don't know, because I do know, because I'm out here living it. If you don't like it, then you can come out here and find out yourself, or you could stay out of it, because when it comes down to it, if it's none of your business, it's none of your business. And if you think it's any of your business, you're more than welcome to come and find out that it's none of your business, unless you're willing to have a better opinion. And if you're going to stay with your ignorant opinion, then, stay away from the homeless. I don't know what else to tell you, because you're just causing more problems for the public. You're causing problems for law enforcement. You're causing problems for the community. Don't be stalking the homeless. Don't be taking photos of them unless you're trying to get them into temporary housing, which there is. I can't remember the website, but there's a website that you can actually document somebody that you see on the street and help make sure they get help. And the way you do that is through a web portal, and then they ask for a little description, and then they send out a team of people, and there's also the circle down the street, and they run through and they help get homeless people off the street, which they've gotten a lot of them off the street. It's pretty good. As for me personally, I do my part by just making sure that I mind my own business, I stay out of the way, and I don't cause problems for anybody. And it's a lot easier than you might think. It's just, like I said, it comes down to keeping your nose out of other people's business. Some people know how to do it, some people don't. Thankfully, here in California, we have some nice brand spanking new shiny privacy laws, which I'm a really big fan of. Makes it pretty hard for people to get away with taking photos of you and videos of you without your permission, or keeping them if they were to try and spread them. And that does include recording someone's content, spreading it out when you are a citizen of California. So, like, as a resident of California, they can't just take my content and rebroadcast it onto the internet without my permission. It's a crime. So, if I ever chose that I didn't... One second. If I ever chose that I didn't like something I see or hear about someone having something to say about me on the internet that they reposted without my permission, I could report that at any point in time in the future. Even if I didn't want to have an issue with it now, I could have an issue with it later. So it's very convenient, to say the least. Excuse me. So, a lot of people think of, so we got 243 people in the broadcast. Dude, it cracks me up, blows my mind how do I put this? How many people try to tell me you don't have audience in Asia? People don't know you in Asia. Nobody cares. Well, here we got 243 people in the broadcast, and it's for a platform halfway that's, what do you call it, from 100% on the other side of the world. So, there's always going to be naysayers. There's always going to be people that are telling you that you're radically optimistic and that you're, that you're not cut out for the job. But when it comes down to it, it's all about what you decide to do with what you earn and who you are, and you have to build out that accountability with people that make the decisions. And the reality is, there's the people that are confident enough to do what you got to do, and people who aren't. And there's different ways of doing it too. Me personally, I got my way of doing it, and I don't really know any other way. And that's a lie. I know plenty of ways, but I'm going to stick to what I know best when I have to default, So, and if I got in your way, that sucks. You're probably in my way first. For how long I spent, oh yeah, no, go ahead, go in front of me. Yeah, no, go ahead, use the charger. I'll wait. I can wait till later. Yeah, no, go ahead. Here's $5. I don't need it for food. And then I go to the public assistance office, and they won't even approve me for benefits. And I don't even have a job yet or any income. Just because my family has money, they won't give me any. So that's awesome. And I don't have my family giving me anything. They got me home and they say, oh, that's it. So, it is what it is. But it does blow my mind to see how many people get access to benefits who most definitely, they're making like 40, 50 grand a year and they can get benefits. I'm not making $1 yet and I can't get that support. But it's fine. I'm me. I take that as a motivator, not as a depressor, and I move forward with it. It's totally fine. Let somebody else, suckle the teat. I'll work twice as hard. Fine me. And once again, for anyone who has a problem with it, sucks for you. I don't know what to tell you. We live in a hypersensitive, overreactive, constantly negative environment, and it's not for me. I gotta keep. All I gotta do at this point is stay consistent. I have all the attention and audience in the world I could possibly ever dream of, and my job now is to expose my influence. Let the world know how much influence I actually have. You only talk about it for so long before people say, all right, well, what are you doing with it? What could you do with it? Well, I tried the traditional route, moved at the old schools. I said, all right, if you guys want to give me a job, you want to give me this, well, there's this and there's that, and now we're going to try to take more control of what you're doing. So, you know what? I'm not about it. I'm sorry, but I'm not about it, and you're not going to win that battle with me. And thankfully, they got a little message from the East Coast from letting them know, it's just, this kid's pretty ornery. He's going to get what he wants. He's going to get his way. And so now that's kind of just what I'm doing is I gave them a chance. I gave the old schools, I gave the people who, pretty much, I don't want to say run the town, but the people who make the bigger decisions, I gave them a chance to, me in things. And to a degree, I got included. But I'm going to need a lot more than that. And at this point, it's not really that they're not willing to provide that, but more that I would have to wait, and I would have to wait far more long than I'm comfortable with in order to get access to those resources and things of that nature. So instead of banking on the old school way, we're going to have to go a little new school here. I've been using the AI. I've been using those chat bots. I've been, doing what I got to do, and it's working out for me. Are you an actor or a movie star? Well, let's say I got a bright future. It's just I now have to bridge that gap. And I had an option to let the old schools bridge the gap for me and paint that picture for me. But I don't have 10 years to do, I don't have 10 years to put together an image that I could put together in a quarter that, I could put together an image in a year or two instead of having it take a decade. And no, it's not going to come out as good as they could do it. And I'll admit that. But it's going to come out pretty good. I mean, I'll have a lot of creative control, and at that point, I could make deals and trade off some of that control, which I'm totally fine with. But as you guys know, I'm the type of person that I need to have control of my decisions. I need to have control of my life. If I want to run off somewhere or go do something, I got to be able to do it when I want to. It's just part of my personality. And I've been living that way for so long that I really don't see myself changing. But I'm not nearly as adamant about that as I used to be. So, All right, so I guess it took about 20 minutes. I now have a time frame. It takes about 20 minutes for me to get from down, I don't know if you call it downtown to uptown, but from one end of the walk to the other, it takes about 20 minutes for me. I can't even tell you how many times I've done this walk. Geez, I have walked a lot. A lot. I could never walk the way that I used to. I wouldn't get away with it. But if you are in, or if you know anyone who is in the Hollywood area, I am more than open to employment, like atypical employment. And if not, that's fine too. I'll find my way through. But on that note, I am to the top here. And since I don't have anyone recording just yet, Mary, thanks for the follow. I am going to shut down so I can make a few videos. All right.
Hey guys, I'm doing pretty good over here. Not much to report. I am gonna have to wait like a week or two before I can kind of like step any further. But just so you know, I'm doing okay. I'm just getting my ducks in a row and piecing things together. And so if you want to talk, send me a message. I'm not gonna be doing nearly as much live streaming, making videos, things like that. You know, get myself more involved in the community, which I'm very excited about.